they waste AD's time, or did AD choose to ignore the United Nations of red flags? In the great words of Risa Tisa.
Diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie Woo, VVS. I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls.
What's up, guys? It's your sister. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. Join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's Black History. Black Women's Month. Is it still Black? I'm still saying Black History. What month is this? Women's History. During Black Women's History Month. Okay? Make sure you subscribe and join the Black Women's Tribe. Also, make sure that you like, share, you leave a comment. If you're a returning sister, thank you so much for coming back. Love ya. All right. Before we get into this episode of Love is Blind, child, just a reminder, I am going on my first woocation, okay? Woocation, baby. We are going down to Cartagena, Colombia. We're going to have a good time. We're going to drink. We're going to eat comida, okay? We're going to look at the Hispanic, the Black Hispanic. We're going to do all the pani, piggy pani. You know, we're going to do all that shit, all that fly shit, all that fun shit. We doing that. So make sure that you go to woocations.net to sign up for the trip. It's going to be a good time, and I definitely plan on doing more trips, but I definitely just want to try this first one out, see how it goes, you know, and then we'll see what we do next. But again, woocation.net to go to Cartagena, Colombia. Okay, we're gonna have a good motherfucking time. I don't want to hear about, oh, I ain't make it. Are you gonna do it again? Girl, listen, this might be last chance. Last chance. This might be your last chance, okay? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what the world may bring? Who knows? Who knows what the world may bring? Who knows? Okay, we don't know what the fuck going on. You see how the world going. So make sure you sign up for Cartagena to Colombia, and we're gonna have a good time, okay? All right, let's get into this thing. Let's get into this episode of Just a Couple Things, okay? Let's talk about the other couples before we get to the nitty-gritty. Jiminy Cricket and Megan Unfox. Jimmy crazy. I'm sorry. That threw me for a loop. Now, I wasn't mad at it, but as I was watching this whole him and Chelsea saga unfold, I was like, okay, like I'm shocked, because I really thought Jiminy Cricket was gonna take Meghan Trainor down to the altar. I really did. And I thought he was gonna tell her no there. But seeing him break things off with her, my first thought is, this is a good man, Savannah. And see, that's why, even though Jiminy Cricket looks like the daddy from King of the Hill, I will always have love for him. Even though he looks like a 69-year-old, 27-year-old, I will always have nothing but respect for Jiminy Cricket. That is a man who obviously cared about Megan Unfox. And I honestly do think that he did love her. Because if he didn't, he would have did her like Clay, okay? But he protected her from being embarrassed at the altar. So I give him so much respect for that, right? My only gripe with him is that you should have been broke up with this girl. My very unpopular opinion about Chelsea is she actually is an emotional abuser. Like, it's so triggering watching her on this show. She builds her own reality. She lies. She schemes. She weaponizes her tears. Like, she is the ultimate Karen of Karens, but I'm so happy that she's doing her Karen in the white community and not over here during Black Women's History Month, okay? Because I would have to sock it to you, baby, okay? I would have to sock it to you, baby. Sock it to me, ooh, ah, okay? I'd have to get my Missy Elliott on. But she is demonic. Like, I really just don't even know how to say it. It's just watching her has been one of the most painful experiences that I have had watching Love is Blind. She is literally the most painful character to watch that they have had on this show. From pushing the Megan Fox narrative. And again, a lot of y'all will say, oh, she didn't say she looked like Megan Fox. She said people tell her that she looks like Megan Fox. That woman knew what she was doing. This is Love is Blind, okay? You're falling in love with someone sight unseen. She knew, telling that man that people tell her that she looks like Megan Fox whole time she looked like Meghan Trainor. She knew what the fuck she was doing. She lied. She lied. And then the minute she saw him and she could see that, you know, he said what he said, it's like immediately she went into, well, I'm going to pick at everything you do instead of taking responsibility for that. You know what? You don't think I love Megan Fox? Well, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. You know, I've been told that, but I'm sorry if that did lead you on. It's simple. She never took accountability for what she did. Then you go to the honeymoon, and it's the whole AD segment. The whole, oh, he said you're stacked like a bookshelf. Oh my God, girl, how do you get an ass like that? How do you get an ass like that? She black. She a black women's, you know? When God was creating black women's, he was like, all right, and we're gonna drop some ass. We're gonna drop a whole lot of ass in that. Now, I don't know what happened to my ass. I don't know if there was a shortage. Cause I mean, you know, they say like once you have kids, you know, your ass growing. I don't know, but you know, we'll see. Child, you know, I ain't been fucking. I have not been swallowed. It's been a long time coming since I've been swallowed. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? I'm sorry. But you was mad at the way that skirt was swallowing AD's big old bookshelf booty. And you know, your fiance comes and tells you, damn, she's stacked in private, but then you chose to make it a public moment to try to shame her. And I don't give a fuck what y'all say, because some of y'all are saying, oh, she wasn't shaming her. Yes, she was. She was upset that her man was looking at her butt. So she wanted to embarrass AD. Whole time, AD was like, yeah. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Y'all see this ass? Do y'all see this ass? Yeah. Oh, it's a bookshelf, all right. Yeah. You want to stack your books on it? Come on. Come on, Jimmy. Come stack your book on it. Yeah. Come stack your book on his ass. AD didn't give a fuck. AD didn't give one black women's fuck during Black History Month. And I loved it. Because she thought she was going to have her like shy away. And no, I got this ass and y'all gonna see it. Point blank period. Yes, AD. I got this ass and y'all gonna see this ass. Point blank period. Okay? Period. Attitude. Loved it. Then you have the way she attacked Jimmy for what she did to him. Literally. For putting her on the spot and saying that he was the one who made her feel uncomfy at her big fucking age. Okay? Then you have them go and move in together. And the first day, she's counting how many times this man kisses her. Oh, well, you've been here all day. He's working. He's working from home. Oh, you've been distant. He's at work. My Lord. Then he tells you the truth, like you're clingy. And you go off. Like, with Chelsea, only her feelings are valid. Then for me, I was shocked when Jiminy Cricket broke things off with her but returned. Because that conversation was so insane. The way she was upset with this man for going out for an hour and then tried to accuse him basically of trying to fuck one of his best friends who's a girl. Mind you, he introduced you to his girlfriends. He didn't have to tell you that he fucked his girlfriend, but I'm happy he did. You should tell. You should reveal that. But a lot of men wouldn't. You think Clay would? No. He revealed that to you. He told you that off camera. He asked you to please respectfully, like, keep that to yourself. You brought it to the camera. Then you tried to gaslight him and say, where were you? He told you where he was. Oh, well, my friends are saying that they're seeing you out. Why am I not with you? He asked you to go. You didn't want to go. Oh, you were with Jess. You were with Jessica. You knew he wasn't with Jessica. But you tried to lie and say that you were told that he was with Jessica. The last argument y'all did have was because he saw a picture of Jessica, mind you, by way of Jeremy, who didn't give a fuck about Laura, so much so that right after breaking things off with her and Laura telling him to kick rocks with open-toe shoes on, he got on a jet ski with Sarah to go find some open-toe shoes to kick. And so when he had broke up with her after that moment, I was like, thank God, thank God. But then he came back. No, I think she came back and he forgave her. But I remember watching that and thinking, there's no way you could get married to someone like that. There's no way. She cries, and she doesn't take responsibility for anything. It's like she's looking for ways to nag and to fight with you. She's upset with you because you have this friendship with a girl that you did, I guess, briefly date, but that's your best friend. Mind you, she's omitting the fact that when y'all first got y'all phones back, the first person she FaceTimed was her ex-boyfriend who she still hangs out with. Oh, but I haven't hung out with him. Yeah, because y'all have been in this experiment for 2 weeks, bitch. Cut it the fuck out. Cut it the fuck out. Once these cameras go down, you was going to hang out with him again. It just was weird. Like, she's a fucking weirdo. And even as you're sitting here and you're watching this and he's telling her, yo, these are my feelings. These are my boundaries. This is what you did. And she kept trying to interrupt. And he's like, no, I'm still talking. I was like, thank God. Let your balls hang, Jimmy. Yes. Let them pink balls hang, Jimmy. Yes. Come on, Jimmy Neutron. Let them pink balls hang. Please. Because this girl is continuously playing in your face. And so I was really happy to see him break it off with her. I was happy to see her cry. I'm sorry. I know it's not a nice thing to say, but I was so happy to see her ass cry. Cry, bitch, and go away. Go get therapy. Y'all are going to Love is Blind when y'all need to be finding therapy. You people need therapy, therapy, therapy. You people need therapy. Y'all need therapy. You people need therapy, therapy, therapy. Y'all need therapy. Y'all don't need to be going on Love is Blind. Y'all need to be going on Love is Therapy. Okay? Kinetic. That's the show y'all need to be creating. But I know y'all ain't gonna do this because y'all love this chaos and we're gonna watch it. But I was very happy to see him let go of that bitch. It was time. Amy and Johnny. I mean, I really have no words for them. I forgot to talk about them in my last review, but in the last episode when Johnny met Amy's father, and Amy's father was just talking about how, well, he wasn't a fan of this experiment. You know, I wasn't a fan of this experiment, but I see how, you know, you love my daughter. You love my daughter, and I love that. And, you know, I will bless you. I loved it. I cried like a baby. When he talked about remembering her as a kid when they first moved to the US and they were immigrants, and, you know, taking her to school, and how when he would pick her up from school, she would run to the car and be smiling and giddy and running to her dad. He's like, that is my baby girl. Like, that is my baby girl. And, you know, he said, you know what? I bless you. I want to give you my blessing. He gave his blessing to Amy. And then he told Johnny said, well, may I have your daughter's hand in marriage? And he paused, but he said, I bless you. I bless you. And I cried like a baby watching that. I don't know why I forgot to say that in the last review, but I cried like a baby watching that because, number one, I don't think I'll ever have a moment like that. Just being honest. I mean, my dad didn't take me to school growing up. You know, I don't know what fond memories my father has of me. You know, I was a kid when my parents split up, and my father was pretty inconsistent in my life. So I will never have a moment like that of having my father speak of me that way. I will never have a moment like that. But number two, I cried because I so want that for my future children. You know, if and when God blesses me with a daughter and she gets married, or a son and he gets married, I want their father to be engulfed in them, so much so that it pains them. It pains him to let them go. Like, I think there's so much love in that. And it was just beautiful. And then watching them, you know, in this episode, you know, Amy had a moment with AD at their bachelorette. You know, there was the only two people to get married. It just was so whack. Like, this finale was the wackest finale of this franchise. You know, two brides, and it was like, love Amy to death, but I don't know if Amy and Johnny have really grasped the hearts of the people who have watched this season of Love is Blind. Like, I'm seeing rejects, like people who were rejected in the pods getting so much press. Like Jess, that girl Jessica, she's been on podcasts. She's been on interview after interview. I think she has like 500,000 followers on Instagram now. Blue check. Like, she's everywhere. Brand deals. She's everywhere. Mind you, she was rejected by Jiminy Cricket. She has the most followers. The most followers. But this couple that's been there from the start, and the only real issue they had, well, they had two issues, was Amy was scared that her dad would not bless her and give her her blessing to get married. And you had Johnny, who really want to fuck her raw. Like, cause Johnny has not acknowledged the existence of condoms one time. Yet his fear of having children is so poignant. It's so potent. It's so strong. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids. You know, I need 5 years. Put a condom on, baby. You know why we haven't heard him talk about condoms? Because he want to hit raw. He want to hit that pussy raw. And you know what? I don't blame you. I would want to hit my husband raw too. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I was fiancéed up, I would want to get swallowed raw too. Okay? I mean, you know, I've never had raw sex. I am a virgin. You know, my mama be watching this sometimes, so hey girl, I'm a virgin. I have not been bending over my ass and letting my coochie breathe for nobody, okay? But as I was saying, you know, Johnny want to hit it raw, okay? He want to hit that pussy raw. And between you and I heard Latina pussy is something else, okay? I always hear it's out of this world. Now, I've never had it. Again, I am a virgin and I don't do women's, okay? During Black Women's History Month, I don't do women's, but I have heard Hispanic coochie it's got some power, okay? So Johnny is like, I need to hit that raw. What you gonna do? I need you on birth control, sis. I'm trying to put my pink raw dick in you immediately. What are we gonna do? But yeah, AD was asking Amy about, have y'all had sex or whatever. And I like that Amy was coy about it, but also it's like, she was like, she didn't say no. She said they're having fun, but they're not doing it. It's like, what that mean, girl? What y'all over there doing? Is you putting this dick in your earlobe? What are y'all over there doing? No, girl, that is not it. What Johnny over there making you do, child? You know how white men get down, baby. I've seen 10 Shades of Grey, all right? Now, I've seen that slavery type sex white people be having, okay? Remember your foundation, sis. Remember your foundation, okay? Don't let that little white boy have you doing all types of slavery sex, all right? But she was real coy about it. AD was really excited to get with Clay, to marry Clay or whatever, and we'll get into that later on. Amy and Johnny, they're with their families. They're with their respective families. They're in their suites. And remember, her father had told her that a couple years ago, he had a dream that she was with a white blonde man. And then one of her bridesmaids said, oh, I had a dream. I had a vision that you were with a white blonde man. And Johnny is a white blonde man. So it seems like it's meant to be. And you had her dad get emotional again. And, her dad and his siblings and his family who were in her suite. Is it me? Like everybody was in her suite. Like his parents were in his suite, but like the rest of his family, they were in her suite. Like I really like that, how they all just rally around her. I like how her father was like, listen, we are all going to make sure that you guys have a successful marriage. We're going to take care of you guys, and his parents were cute. His mother was like, oh, when you get down there, just speak from your heart, and then when they were walking her down the aisle, the crying, it just was beautiful. It was honestly beautiful. Amy looked gorgeous as a bride. I really just have nothing else to say other than it was beautiful. I will say this, I really hate that this couldn't be the Black woman story. I'm thankful for Lauren and Cameron. I'm thankful for Tiffany and Brett. I'm thankful for Bliss and Zach. But those stories are so far and in between, And I really wish we would see this more. Like, I really wish we would see Black women getting their happily ever after more. And so now that leads me to AD. AD and Clay. Even at the groom's party, whatever, the bachelorette party, whatever, the way AD was talking about Clay was so thoughtful. Mind you, I thought it was really funny what she said to Amy when Amy was saying, she ain't fucking, but she kind of fucking, but she ain't really fucking. And AD was like, girl, you gonna buy that car without test driving it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a virgin, I'm a woman of God. But I thought it was very funny for her to say that. I gotta fuck. And she was like, that she fucking that man. Now, we don't know that, girl. You can't be on camera telling us that Amy's fucking Johnny. Amy never said she was fucking Johnny. And see, I'm gonna use this moment as I have a very unpopular opinion about AD. AD's not a girl's girl. AD don't know how to mind her business. Okay? I still haven't gotten over her grilling Sarah Ann the way she did. Mind you, she did this behind Laura, a white woman who told Jeremy, a white man, her fiance, to come slap your titty on national television. And she wasn't apologetic about it. And when she realized that you and Clay were upset about it, she tried to put all the blame on Jeremy. You were doing too much windmilling during Black History, Black Women's Month for a white woman. We don't protect white women's like that. Everybody white, sit tight. We don't do that. We don't windmill for the whites. Everybody white, sit tight. We are not in this fight. All right? You were doing way too much. And here's the thing too, another unpopular opinion. I'm not really too mad at Sarah for going at Jeremy. Yeah, it was wrong, but baby, these people found love in a concentration camp, okay? They found love in a hopeless place. Like, if we found love in a hopeless place where people, it would be these people. It would be the Love is Blind contestants. Y'all are finding love in a concentration camp. They are locking y'all asses up in rooms, no phones, no message in a bottle. Y'all can't watch no TV. They not feeding y'all, and they're not gonna scam me into thinking that they feeding y'all with the couple of scenes they gave us showing y'all eating. We know how they fucking get down, okay? We know Kinetic not feeding y'all, okay? Y'all are finding love in a concentration camp. So I can't fault Sarah too much. But the thing is, it's like, and then I thought about too, when AD went and questioned Kenneth. Remember, I always said, I didn't like it. Something about it didn't sit right with me. Because for one, you were ready to get your white man. When Matthew was gaslighting you and two-timing you, you didn't grill Matthew the way you grilled Sarah. That man flat out disrespected you. You did not grill him the way you grilled Sarah. And here you were grilling Kenneth about, well, are you sure you want to be with a white women's during Black History, Black Women's Month? When you should have been grilling your man who never comes home to you. That man only comes home when the camera's on. The only time you ever saw Clay, AD, was when it was time to film. This man never came home to you unless it was a filming day. And then he'll just drop some dick off too. The only thing Clay gave you was dick and vibes. That was it, mama. He gave you nothing. From the beginning, he gave you nothing. Okay? And so to go into this bridal suite and to hear AD talk about Clay, I'm just like, what Clay are they talking about? This can't be the Clay that I've been watching. Maybe I'm watching a different show. Maybe the Love is Blind producers are not showing us everything. Clay's a provider. He gonna provide for me. I can trust him. He my safe place. He gonna be a good daddy. We've never even seen y'all have any conversations outside of this man telling you that cheating runs in his DNA. That if you were to take a blood sample and test his blood, he got the cheating gene, ma'am. Every chance Clay got to speak to you on camera, he was telling you, hey, my daddy's a cheater. I'm going to be a cheater too. Hey, I ain't know we supposed to get married at the end of this. Hey, so do you really want to get married at the end of this? I mean, are you going to be upset if we don't get married? Like, why do we have to get married at the end of this? This is what he continuously told you. Continuously. So when I hear her talking about him, it's just like, what? Side note, I forgot to mention this in my last review, but this episode had me thinking about it again. You know, I just want to say this, first of all. AD's mom is so sweet. AD's mom is so sweet, right? And I really feel bad that AD didn't have her father present. Obviously, her father is watching down from heaven. But you know what is often being exposed when it comes to these Black women on Love is Blind? They don't have a father. They don't have a father figure. We're not getting Love is Blind stories where these Black women have really good father figures in their lives. We're not getting it often. Let me say that. Do y'all remember Lauren's dad? It was so wholesome seeing him meet Cameron. Do y'all remember Tiffany and Brett? Tiffany's dad? So wholesome. Do y'all remember Bliss's dad? Like how he came in like a fucking unleashed hound dog, like about his daughter. We need to see that more, because some of these moms, like I'm like, again, I think AD's mom is very sweet, but AD's mom was too easily impressed for me. Too easily impressed for me by Clay. It just was horrible. Do y'all remember in the last batch of episodes when Clay met AD's mother? He shows up late. He didn't bring any flowers. He didn't take the time to, you know what, let me take you on the side. Let me talk to you about your daughter. Let me tell you what my intentions are with marrying your daughter. You know, this is what I love about your daughter. Your daughter's this. Usually that's what we see with these men when they meet people's moms. This man had nothing to say about AD other than she puts up with my shit. I was surprised he didn't tell the mom that they have good sex, because he always talks about how good the sex is. And to be honest, I think he's lying about that. I really think he's lying about that, because if the sex was so good, that man would come home. Baby, one thing about niggas, a nigga don't gotta like you to fuck you. The fact that AD was only seeing this man when the camera was on tells me Clay didn't even enjoy having sex with her. Pussy wasn't even that good to him. Not saying she ain't got good pussy, but I'm saying to him, I don't think sex was all that great. That was just, you know, well, she got a big ass. I think he enjoyed slapping her ass around, but it wasn't that great to keep him coming home. He wouldn't even come home. But even going back to when they met her mom, do y'all remember this? This is her reaction to meeting Clay. Like, what is going on? Like, what is so, woo, 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 hold on. Like, what, like, y'all, come on now. Like, y'all have to explain this to me. Why was she losing her mind? Like, look. Like, what? I'm sorry. Why are we losing our minds like this? What? I can't. Call me a hater, say whatever, you know, I will accept it. If I'm a hater, pray for me. Pray that God gets the hating spirit up out of me, please. Please, if this makes me a hater, I'm a hater. That man is not that great looking. He looks good, don't get me wrong. I think he's handsome. But the way her mother was like, he didn't even bring you flowers. This is the first time he's meeting you. Mind you, he's meeting you after your daughter told you she cooked him dinner. She cooked him dinner, made him some arts and crafts so that they could both talk to each other about, you know, the top 25 things they love about each other. And he didn't give a fuck to come home. Because Pague Camela, there's no Camela. Pague Camela. Pague Camela. Why am I coming home to you? Ain't nobody filming. I'm here for TV. What is it that AD and her mom were not seeing? I feel like we all saw this immediately. What is it that they were not seeing? I'm like, okay, is it that they were leaving a lot of stuff out of editing? Anyway, they down to the bridal suite, and she's just saying all these incredible things about Clay, and you know, and I found it very interesting when she kept saying he's a provider, and I'm like, damn, we haven't seen no scenes of him even buying you something. Now, she did say that she had a necklace that she said that he got her, but I mean, that's for the wedding. What has he done for you? What has he provided for you? Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks, but you know, I've dated a nigga within 2 weeks and he's done some shit. Like, what did he do for you? What did he do? What did he provide for you? What service did he provide for you? What act of kindness did he provide for you? Then we go to the groom suite, and you know, we see Clay there with his friends. His friends are just commending him for his growth, and it's like, what growth? Like, I'm not seeing nothing that these people are talking about. What growth are y'all talking
AD makes me feel like a man's man, and I could lead her in battle of this game called life.
AD makes me feel like a man's. I could lead her. What? How has he led you? What did he lead you into, girl? What are these people talking about? What are these people talking about?
And I've never been in a position where I chose somebody every day. Chose somebody besides myself every single day.
Never been in a position where I chose somebody every single day. Somebody besides myself every single day. You didn't even come home to this girl. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Yeah, but I became that guy, and I became him. Became him.
Not I became him. My God, Pop. Bruh, this show is comedy at this. I'm him. Not I'm him. Sir, you are not Himothy. It is not giving Himothy. At all. Like, I can't. Side note, 2 of his brothers look really fine. Like, they must be his brothers on his mom's side because they're a little lighter, maybe. I don't know. But also, you know, his dad did do a lot of cheating. So these might be like the United Nations of his brothers that his daddy brought in. But anyway, this is delusional. I can't. And then, you know, I was waiting to see, are we going to ever meet this man's father? Are we finally going to meet the cheater? And we finally meet AD's father. And everything makes sense. His dad says a bunch of nothing. Literally. He is his father. His dad says a whole bunch of nothing.
Before you got into track and field, right?
Yeah.
When I took you out running, the first time I beat you, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking all this stuff, you know what I mean? You gotta do this, you gotta do that, right? And then one day you beat me.
Yeah.
It's so bad. You were waiting for me. I couldn't believe it.
I felt good, like, okay.
Yeah,
like, damn, I must be getting better, or dad's out of shape.
I wasn't out of shape. You were just, you know what I mean?
Another level.
You took your thing to another level.
Yeah.
Because track was always my thing.
Yeah.
You know, high school, All-American.
What the fuck are we talking about?
United States.
Like, wrap this up. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm being too mean about it, but his dad wasn't saying shit. Okay? Remember when you were doing track and field, and that one time you beat me, you know, then you went on to school and you did track, you know, I always been proud of that. No conversation about what type of husband you should be. Mind you, your son been smearing your motherfucking name from the time these cameras went up and they said action. My daddy's a cheater and he used to take me to go on his infidelity trips to cheat on my mama. Clay, how you doing today? My daddy's a cheater. Clay, you want some breakfast? My daddy is a cheater. What we having for dinner, Clay? You know, cheating runs in my family. My daddy was a cheater. Yeah. He cheated on my mama like 60 years ago. What are we talking? No conversation about son. Things didn't work out between me and your mother. But I'm so proud of you that you're taking this step and that you want to be a husband. Learn from my mistakes. We don't even see a moment like that. We just see y'all dapping it up about track and field. Shut that shit the fuck up. Next. All right, so let's go ahead and head down to the...
You know, because I've seen it.
Oh, do this, do that.
His dad did say something that did stick with me. His dad said that his mother, so Clay's grandmother, who is his father's mother, would say things like, you know, treat your wife well, be a good father. And his dad said, you know, I've always been a good father. So he took half of the advice of his mother. But when he said that, I thought to myself, damn, it's so crazy how women really have to carry everything. We got to carry the marriage. We got to carry the kids. You know, he said his father was in the home, but his father wasn't really present. Remember, I said this at the top of this season. I don't know, I can't remember who we were talking about, but there are a lot of people who do have their fathers in the home. It doesn't mean their father's in the home. Your father can be in the home and not be present in the home. Your father can be on the couch every night by 6 o'clock and not be present in your life. A lot of men go to work, come home, and they don't want to be bothered with the kids. They don't want to be bothered with none of that. They want the wife to do that. Unless there's an emergency, you know, they'll pick up whatever. But they don't want to be involved in the rearing of the child. They just don't, they don't want to be bothered. And something tells me even with him being in Clay's life, you know, because Clay kind of said it later on, like, yeah, they have a relationship, but not that much. So you weren't really a good dad either. And here you are on the biggest day of his life in front of cameras. Y'all are on a TV show. And the best thing you had to tell your son on his wedding day was, shout out to you for being a bomb ass track star. Mind you, while the cameras are on, you know, Clay and his father talking, Clay is in another room talking about how his daddy's a cheater.
My dad used to take me with him when he used to cheat on my mom. My mom never knew that. I want to know, were you in love the whole time? You know, because I've seen him from a different perspective, and there's a gray area when it comes to marriage, and I'm just so big on that gray area, and I just don't hear too many men articulate that gray area.
Why are you here? The thing too with Clay, it's like, why don't you leave? People are leaving this experience left and right. It's only you and it's only them and Amy and Johnny. The amount of people who left this season and ended their shit, people are leaving. Why are you here? You wanted to be on television. You wanted to be on television. You didn't give a fuck about that girl at all. At all. And we're going to get into that too. But the way this man did not give a fuck about AD, her feelings at all, I mean, from top to bottom, it was crazy to me. So let's go down to the altar.
Seconds away from,
I mean, she looks gorgeous.
My fiance. I have butterflies.
AD looks gorgeous. Like, she's a gorgeous girl, right? But where is the budget? Where's the budget? Like, Kinetic is the same production that does Married at First Sight. Y'all are getting a lot of money from these networks. There's no reason why AD should have the same sewing she came with from the beginning of the experience. Where's her hairdresser? Like, you see her friends and her bridesmaids helping her, but nah. Where's her makeup artist? Where is her hairdresser? Where's her jewelry? And this dress, I'm sorry, like, I can get it from like Fashion Nova. I can get it from Shein. It's not giving. The budget that you guys have is too big. It is too big for this girl's bridesmaid to help her out with curling her hair and doing whatever. No. Where is the budget? Where is the glam? Where's the glam? Y'all make way too much money off of these contestants. Y'all don't pay them but $4,000 for this experience. I saw one person, I think it's not more than $8,000. I saw in one of the lawsuits. It doesn't go over $8,000 for this experience. Y'all are not paying these people. You're getting a big budget from Netflix. Yes, I understand they're able to build a following and all that, but that's not guaranteed to bring them anything. Where is the budget? Like, this girl literally, like, where's the budget? Nonetheless, she looked very beautiful. I didn't like seeing her walk down the aisle alone. It was, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like seeing her walk down the aisle. I don't know why her mom maybe didn't walk down with her, but I didn't like it. It was mad empty chairs at that wedding. That it just looked really awkward. So she's walking down the aisle and AD, okay, body. This is your wife. Remember when you see AD walking up with his mom. Let me play this, because the self-centered.
Weird.
Oh, Mom. How'd you feel seeing my name?
It is weird.
And I just want to show you guys this again.
Oh, Mom. How'd you feel?
Mom, how do you feel seeing my name up there? It is 2 names. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says Amber and Clayton. Amber and Clayton. How do you feel seeing my name? Like,
Seeing my name?
It is weird.
and side note, his side tooth missing. Now, hold on now. I see a missing side tooth. I told y'all, niggas with missing side tooths, this is how they behave. This is missing side tooth behavior. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. This nigga got a missing side tooth. It tells me everything. This is classic missing side tooth behavior right here. Right here. Perfect example of missing side tooth behavior. Okay? Let's continue.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too.
I love you. I always was a mama's boy.
Every chance Clay has gotten, he's going to tell us 2 things. His daddy's a cheater and he's a big baby. He told us he was a big baby so many times during this season. So this is on brand. Let's continue. I like that his mom told him, listen, like, you're going to get emotional when AD comes walking down the aisle. And guess what? Clay had no emotion. Like, that shit, I'm sorry. That shit had me screaming. That man didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck.
It's okay. We worked for this. It's fine.
Aw, her mom is so cute.
Okay, body.
You see him?
Your wife is coming down the aisle. And you look at her, and what you feel in your heart to say is, okay, body? Hey! Mwen pa kompran, en verite, mboko jan mwen bagay kon sa nan vi m. Your wife is coming down the aisle. Se desan la vin sou, men mariage la, ou wak marye, ou wak marye avel. Men fam oui, men madame oui kap vin sou. And what you could think is, okay, body. See, and I was going to start this video off with saying, I was wrong for saying he might be bisexual. But am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? This man continues to prove me right. I haven't been wrong about Clay from the time that man has come on our screens. Because what straight man is looking... Okay, body.
You know another reason why I feel that Clay is gay? I know I shouldn't say that, but here's the thing. When I see other gay men confirming to us, this man is not looking for a woman, I tend to believe other gay men when it comes to men. Gay men have something that a lot of times is broken in straight women, and that is a gaydar. And I've seen multiple gay men that I know on social media say this. He not looking for none of y'all. He gay. Period.
Or you know what? Let's even take his sexuality out of it. That's all you see when you look at her. You don't even think she's pretty. This is your wedding day. This is your wedding day. I think later on he says, you're beautiful. But it's like he said that after all these...
Oh my God.
Dude, look at you. Got that shit on.
Mwen pa kompran, AD's a bimbo. I'm sorry. She's a bimbo. My sister is dumb as hell. Because even I look back at when he said, okay, body, and she's like, you see the material? Girl, he's objectifying you on your wedding day. Like, you can wake up. Girl, get on your feet. Get on your feet now. Stand up. Let's listen to this speech. This piece. Let's listen to Clay's speech. This really just took the cake for me.
AD, the whole sight unseen, you already know I was resistant to that.
Very much.
I was telling you, I said, I need to know what you look like before I propose. When you came through, you popped out, I saw you, and I was like, I could work with that. You know?
Maybe so.
I was telling you, I said, I need to know what you look like before I propose. When you came through, you popped out, I saw you, and I was like, I could work with that. You know?
Maybe so.
But honestly, AD, I feel as though like I became such a better man dealing with you through this whole process, and I want to thank you for your patience, because Lord knows I'm a lot to handle, a lot to deal with, and just your patience and you just being able to be adaptable with me, navigate through the turbulence. I always say the reason why I love you is the fact that whenever we have an issue, we're able to come back the next day and talk about it and get to another point. I love that fact, though, because it's a real relationship. And although this has been an expedited process, I think me and you have been so authentic. We've had those real uncomfortable conversations and got to the point where we're at right now. It's like, I'm so happy that we're here. The mental fortitude that we have to go through
Talk about it.
together, and it just shows that we are a fantastic team. So...
Mais speech là, oui petit. Ça c'est speech mariage là. Ça c'est speech mariage là, oui petit. They are at the altar. This man doesn't say anything about this woman. Not one time does he say anything about her. I love you because you put up with my shit I'm a lot to deal with, and you deal with it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's listen to AD's speech.
You are a safe space for me.
Oh.
You are a home for me.
Hey.
We speak the same language. We
Uh-huh.
like the same things.
Boy.
You are beautiful. You are intelligent. I love how raw you are, authentic. How personable and fun you are.
Uh-huh.
I love that we can just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, it doesn't even matter. I think you are a very powerful, powerful man. I see things in you that maybe you don't see.
Oh.
And those are things that I want to continue to nourish for you because I trust you.
Yeah.
You are a safe space for me. Do you know what that means when a man is a safe space for you? Again, maybe we just haven't seen certain things yet, but when has this man shown himself to be an example of a safe space for this girl? I have yet to see it. I have yet to see it. Let's get to the I do's. So basically, the preacher said, listen, do y'all say I do? Will you take this person to be your lawfully wedded wife or whatever, husband, whatever, whatnot? AD said yes. Clay, on the other hand...
AD, I love you. I don't think it's responsible for me to say I do.
Woo. Hey! Whoosh! Mes amis, tout le monde sait,
But I want you to know that I'm rocking with you, and I
Oh,
just don't think it's responsible for me to say I do at this point.
what does that mean, I'm rocking with you? I wanna rock with you. What in the Michael Jackson are we talking about?
When I still need work, I still need to get to the point where I'm 100% in, and I'm not gonna have you over here thinking that it's not gonna work. I'm gonna put the work in for you.
Baby, Eddie, don't wear these lashes no more. And I haven't talked about her hair, her lashes, because I feel it's very hard to have glam and stuff on these shows, but these lashes were so bad. I don't know if you guys can even see
And we'll go
it.
through this together. I
But,
don't care what
bruh, come on now. Come on now. There's makeup on it. It's coming up. Like, there is no reason this woman should look like that on her wedding day on Love is Blind. I'm sorry. Like, y'all need to fix that. I cannot. Like, I can see during the experience, okay, but wedding day, no. Y'all need to be glamming these contestants the fuck up. Y'all got the budget. Y'all got the budget. Y'all got the money. Please, glam these people up. Por favor.
And I appreciate you, and I know that you're fight for me, and we'll let it work.
I'm sorry.
I can't,
what?
I can't say yes right now.
What? What?
I'm sorry, AD. I'm sorry.
Not her pod voice coming back. For a minute, I was like, what happened to her pod voice? Baby, I am them. Baby, I'm them. Okay? Because what the fuck is this? We done flew down here. We done got our wigs on. We done got our hair done. We done slapped some makeup on in this hot ass motherfucking weather. And you out here wasting our motherfucking black women's time during Black Women's History Month. Come on now. I'm them. I'm them. I'm them. And then it's AD like, what the fuck? Girl, he told you he didn't want to be with you. He told you he didn't want to be with you. Let's just start there. AD told you, Clay told you several times he didn't want to be with you. And then it's her walking away saying, he wasted my time.
Wasted my fucking time. I'm so confused.
Did Clay waste AD's time, or did AD choose to ignore the United Nations of red flags? In the great words of Risa Tisa, my lord, this man gave you so many red flags. Let me tell you which red flag really got me. They down to the apartment for the one and only time that Clay decided to come home to see you because they were filming. Okay, mind you, the only time she would see Clay was when the cameras was on, okay? Because Clay was there for TV, baby. You only saw him when the camera was on, okay? So they down to the damn dinner counter. Clay said the following words. You know, I was watching Love is Blind last night, and did you know that these people be getting married at the end of this? I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. So we supposed to get married at the end of this experiment? Yeah, man, I was watching Love is Blind, and it's crazy because I'm on Love is Blind watching Love is Blind. I was watching Love is Blind while I'm on Love is Blind, and I saw that Lauren and Cameron got married. Brett and Tiffany got married. Zach and Bliss got married. Oh no, hell no, oh, that's not in my ministry. I'm supposed to get married? Yeah, I can't do that. I don't see myself really getting married at the end of this. This man signed up for this show whose entire premise is to get marié. 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 Put that ring on it. Put that ring on it. If you like it, then you should put that ring on it. Livez pour marié. Et puis tout qu'on s'allie pas à marié. And you sat there. And you sat there. And now you talking about he wasted my time. Girl, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what was she confused about. This man told you from the beginning that he did not want to get married. And while I'm not going to say that this man is gay or bisexual, even though I have my beliefs, I will tell you, the moment Clay laid eyes on AD, he did not find her pretty. He did not find her attractive.
Someone sent me this TikTok and I wanted to include it in my video. Shout out to this creator for saying something that I feel as well. I do not think that dark-skinned women are Clay's preference. I don't think that women are his preference, period. But I specifically feel that if AD would have been an ambiguous woman, if she would have been a Hispanic, if she would have been, you know, a light Indian, like if she would have given white Cuban, like if she would have given ambiguity, he would have went with her. But the fact that she was dark-skinned and he didn't like her dark skin or her dark skin features, he couldn't make it work. He couldn't work with that.
Going forward, we're not going to call the show Love is Blind anymore. We're just going to call it like Pod Pairs or something, because we've all come to the conclusion that love indeed is not blind. And the first thing I want to, touch on is the fact that everyone that looks like me is over here playing dumb when we know the real reason that Clay is having all of these issues magically when it comes to AD. I don't know if it's because y'all think she gonna see it, or I don't know. If you guys want to not be rude or cordial, you guys know what the reason is. Clay does not like dark-skinned women. He does not want a dark-skinned wife. He don't like dark-skinned women. And I don't know what the hell is taking everybody so damn long to say that, but hear me out. When Clay was in the pods and he mentioned that he likes a certain type of woman, that he has a certain type, I feel like that was screaming, I want a racially ambiguous woman, or I want a lighter skinned woman, or whatever you want to call it, right? And I feel like AD knew that, because everybody knows the perception that black men have when it comes, most of the time, when it comes to dating dark-skinned women, right? And how they act like it's like a whole fucking other species for a woman to be dark-skinned. And whole time they want to be, but anyways. But I feel like that's why AD did not disclose that information, because she wanted to really give the experiment a chance. Like, she wanted a fair shot at what she thought was going to be love, right? Now, when she came out the pods, y'all heard that man. Like, you guys literally heard what he said. He literally was like some little weird twitch, right? And as soon as she turned around and that thing got to jiggling and doing whatever it does, okay? Because there's a lot of motion going on back there. All of a sudden, it's baby, 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 baby. But that can only sustain somebody for so long, right? If you're not physically attracted to how someone looks, and a guy like Clay, because, I'm sorry to be so, like, he gives me the ick, right? Men like Clay are weird, where they're like, they're not thinking of just like, oh, mind you, I'm talking for this man, I don't know, but here's my opinion. Here's my opinion. Oh, like, this is a good woman to be a mother. No, it's, this woman is going to give me a kid that looks like this, or I'm going to have a certain woman by my side that looks like this. I'm going to post a certain woman on my Instagram that looks like this. I feel like when he started to think of all of those things, now he dizzy. He dizzy as hell.
All he saw was your ass. And you were happy to serve it to him.
Wow. I don't even know what to do right now.
I know you don't. I know you have no idea what to do.
You were happy to do that. Because in your mind, that's all you had to offer to. Let's just keep a buck. Sometimes we have to admit that we are our own villains in our story. Yes, this man wasted your time. Yeah, he came on the experience and wasted the time of the experience. He didn't give a fuck about this experience. He just wanted to be on television.
I wanted to interrupt this really quickly. I got this tweet from Wale. Hey, Clay of Love is Blind. I seen that coming a mile away. That show was Airbnb promo. That's diabolical behavior to do that girl like that. And period. What have I been saying from the beginning of my reviews on Clay? He was there for television. He wouldn't even come home to AD. That's why when I'm looking at AD, I'm like, what? He wouldn't even come home to you. Okay? When her mom asked him, what do? You work for the Secret Service? Because you ain't coming home to my daughter. Oh, I do Airbnb. I rent out apartments. That's a scam. And I said that in my last review of him, and some of y'all were in the comments trying to fight me about it. Fight me. It's a scam. It's a scam. Do your research, y'all, please. The only people making money off of Airbnb are people who own their property, and the people who are selling you classes on how to be successful in Airbnb. Those people are scamming you. They're scamming you. Point blank, period. Clay was on this television show to promote himself, promote his Airbnb scam business, and to get other niggas. And I said what I said, period.
But this man showed you time and time again that he was not into you. He was not into you. The only thing this man ever gave you props for was your sex and you dealing with his bullshit. He was not that into you. Then we get into the exit interviews and my jaw dropped because I'm like, this is not the same Clay from the beginning who's like, yeah, we're here. I'm excited to be here. It's the big day. I'll go to war about AD. I'm excited to be here. Like, I can lead her in this marriage. Then you have the exiting interviews.
I think the finances, I kind of looked at it and brushed it off, but finances is huge to me, and I don't really understand her finances like that. Because at the end of the day, eternity is forever, and if I'm going to be something forever, I want to be locked in 100%. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, am I a husband? And the answer was no. Am I deeply in love? The answer was no. Those are two things. If you can't say yes to those answers, why are you getting married?
Listen, he did AD a favor, but also, you knew this, so why didn't you leave? And I found it very interesting when he's talking about, oh, and I don't know her finances. But remember, earlier in the episode, she was saying, oh, he's a provider. So y'all never had any conversations about finances. Y'all never had any real conversations. Y'all had no real conversations. Y'all was just fucking. When the cameras came to visit, y'all was both in the house, and that's when he would fuck you. Side note, before we go back into the bridal suite where AD's crying her eyes out, that moment between Clay's parents was so, like, it is Oscar worthy. It is Oscar worthy. Like, Clay's mother she's her. You know how he was like, oh, I'm him. No. You not him. She's her. She is her. When she was talking to his dad and she was like, listen, Clay wants to get married, which I don't believe he does. I do not believe Clay wants to get married. I think Clay is very much into himself. I don't think he wants to be married to anyone unless it's going to be someone who is his preference. AD was clearly not his preference. He didn't find her pretty. He didn't find her attractive. He never, like, even in the bridal suite, she was like, oh, and he's chocolate and fine. We've never saw him have that type of energy for AD's appearance ever. But anyway, I think that while I can't, I've said this already, I'll say it again. I shouldn't talk about someone's sexuality. I will say AD was not Clay's preference. He did not find her attractive. And I think that Clay is extremely into himself. It is my unpopular opinion that his father's cheating does not have that big of an effect on Clay. Clay, the minute he saw AD, he went for the excuse that he could find. And it was his father's cheating. And here was the thing with that. When y'all go on national television and y'all expose family secrets like that with no regard for how it can make family members feel, just because you're looking for something to be a scapegoat, that is really disgusting. AD did not have to be told about Clay's father for all those damn times. Clay did not need to talk about his father's cheating to that extreme. I could see if he said it once or twice. This man said it like 10 times per episode. That was the excuse he could find. Instead of simply just saying, I'm not into you. I'm not attracted to you. Or you know what? I don't want to be married to you. I don't want to be married to you. Even the bullshit he fed her later on. Oh, it's not you. I'm just not ready. No, he does not. If AD came out and AD was a bad bitch to him and she could make him look a certain way. Remember when they were at the beach and she was talking about being a Patriots cheerleader? And he was like, yeah, when we step around and people could look at us, like, that's what he was looking for. He was looking for a bad bitch who he can do bad bitch things with and grow his following and be a celebrity. He came into this for television. Period. But anyway, back to his mother and his father. She told him, my son wants to be married, but he's still holding on to what you've done. He witnessed so many things and he can't move on. And his father's response was, well, he just needs to find him a you. I found you. And this was his mother's response.
I met you, tell him meet somebody like his mom.
Yeah, but you met me, but you wasn't good to me.
Hey! Hey! She is her. She is her. But also, in that conversation, she said, listen, I forgave you a long time ago, but in this experience, I found out a lot of things that I was not aware of.
Tell him meet somebody like his mom.
Yeah, but you met me, but you wasn't good to me.
Hey, Palin show. Because I met you. Tell him to meet someone like you. Yeah, what did you do when you met her? You took her son to be the co-captain of your cheating. When you was going on infidelity trips, it wasn't enough for you to cheat. You took her son and was like, oh, here go your auntie, here go your cousin. Just saying a bunch of sweet nothings, a bunch of sweet ass nothings. And now that I'm looking at this guy, this man is from Guyana, and he's an alpha. Oh hell no! So many things make sense. The sweet nothings, the talking in circles, okay, saying a bunch of shit that don't mean shit. This is a Caribbean man, okay. Sa son nek ki soti na Caribbean na epi son alfaliye. Tout bagay fè sens. Tout bagay fè sens. This was his mother's first time finding out that her son was being taken on infidelity trips. That was nasty work on Clay's part. It's nasty work that the dad did that too. But I think it was very disgusting to use that as an excuse instead of manning up and just telling AD that he didn't want to be with her. Exposing your dad like that just so you can have an excuse was disgusting. It was disgusting, in my opinion. I do not think he's hurt from it. I don't think it really affects him that way. I think that man is totally into himself. He is a self-centered bitch. Clay is a self-centered bad bitch. And for you to be with him, you're going to have to be a badder bitch in his eyes. Clay is the prize. When he looks in the mirror and he looks at himself with his missing side tooth, he sees a prize. Okay? He sees the prize. He's the prize. He's the big baby. I'm a big baby. He's the prize. So we get back into the bridal suite and Clay tells this girl it was a game time decision. Him saying no at the altar was a game time decision.
It was a game time decision. Like, I thought about everything, AD. Like, I really was fucking struggling with everything this whole time.
It's no world that exists where I don't understand that, Clay.
But I'm saying, like, it's irresponsible of me to say yes in this time when I'm not ready to give you 100%, and you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want me saying yes and being half-assed with marriage. You wouldn't want that. You just say off a great 2 weeks, this is me saying no was not to you, AD. Like, I'm not ready. And that's hard for me to look at myself in the mirror and say that shit. You were a perfect girl. I've grown with you. Like,
I've grown with you. What growth? Mind you, this is crazy. This is crazy.
It was also the fact that this man could really be in this lady's suite and be hugged up and kissing up. The fact that he still could kiss AD to me was mind-blowing. Because what the fuck?
What you supposed to do? I guess you gotta run away from me.
I hope y'all do know that she fucked this man that night, right? Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that they went home and they fucked that night, right?
But later on in the episode, anyway, while they're in the bride's quarters, you know, she kisses him, child, which I would never do. I would never kiss this man. She did say that she does not see herself dating him afterwards, which I don't believe. I'm pretty sure that she was still smashing this man after this experience.
There's nothing that he could have shown me, told me, that would have changed my answer. I've been strong and powerful, and that's just who I will remain. I just am waiting for it to be my turn.
I mean, that was heartbreaking to watch, her saying, I'm just ready for it to be my turn. And she also did say that she's so tired of carrying every relationship. When she gets with these men, they don't ever pick her. It's not enough. Let me see if I can find that clip.
I just don't understand. I'm just never enough. Like, it's never.
You're always enough. The other person is never enough. The other person is not enough.
It's just hard to watch. I feel like we've all been here. We've all, especially as women, we've been here at least once, where you just feel like, yeah, you're never enough. You give a guy everything. But I think that is the problem with, I can't speak for other Black women, but I can't find the moment where she said it, but she said, I am always carrying these relationships, and that's the problem. I feel like as a woman, you shouldn't be carrying anything. You shouldn't be carrying anything. The moment you feel as if you are carrying anything when it comes to a man, that is the time to make a decision. Like, and you need to be ready to leave. Like, for real, for real. You shouldn't be carrying anything. You shouldn't be forcing someone to pick you, you know. And I get the mindset. I just wanted it to be my turn. I thought it was going to be my turn. I get it. But when somebody shows you who they are, and who they are gives no fucks about you. Who they are gives no fucks about fucking up your life, fucking up your emotions, fucking up your future. You need to believe that. And AD, this man gave you umpteen chances to leave. He told you so many times that he did not want you, that you weren't his preference, that he did not want to marry you, and you just stuck around because you wanted it to be your turn. How many of us have done this? You know, I mean, I haven't been in a relationship in years, and one thing about me, I'm flighty. That is something I've been told by like 2 men before, that one thing that scares them about me is that I will just get up one day and leave, and I will. Like, I don't have to have certain conversations with you. Sometimes it's just, I've been watching you, I've been paying attention, and you know what? I'm gone. You look up and I'm gone. Like, I just feel like there's just certain conversations I don't need to have. I don't need the closure. The closure was your actions. And now I am gone. Me being gone is the closure for you. I'm gone. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? That's really how I be approaching this shit. I be gone. Baby, I be gone, like in sync. Do y'all think that AD and Clay dated each other, stayed together after this? Surprise, 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 surprise.
Are we shocked? Are we shocked? Are we shocked? Are we shocked? Are we shocked?
Are we shocked? Look at the date. That's December of last year. This season was filmed early last year. Okay. So I definitely expect for them to be at the reunion and for her to give us a story about how they tried to rekindle things and things didn't work out. That I'm pretty sure he didn't go to therapy. Like, I would need to see a therapy certificate from this man to believe that and even that, I wouldn't believe it. Y'all, let me know what y'all thought about this finale. It was entertaining, but I don't know. I just didn't like the tone of this finale. The way they gave AD and Clay literally 70 minutes and gave Amy and Johnny 25 minutes. Like, Black female pain is so profitable. Black female pain is so profitable. There is so much reward for it. There's so much money to make off of it. Like, it is a thing. It is a thing how bankable Black female pain is. And one thing about Love is Blind, they're going to exploit that. They are really good. Love is Blind and Tyler Perry, same people. Love is Blind, Tyler Perry, same wigs, same stage wigs, same people, okay? When it comes to black woman pain, same people, all right? Let me know your thoughts on this finale, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.